What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Here we are unboxing another product here in this office, and this is the Sony STR-DH790. So I did a unboxing of a Sonos Amp the other day, and I'm replacing that with this one. Now I know the Sonos Amp has 125 watts per channel, and this one only has, if anything, all 7 channels, probably I would say between 40 to 55 watts per channel. Now it's not as much as the Sonos Amp is, but I ended up returning the Sonos Amp for a few reasons. One was the analog input, the delay, the voice would play before the video, and I was able to get it to lower the delay where it kind of matched up, but it still kind of bothered me a little bit. So I just went ahead and said, you know what, I'll go ahead and return it. Now I do use AirPlay, which is one of the reasons why I wanted the Sonos Amp, but I just ended up not really digging it, I guess you can say. So I went ahead and just bought the 7.2 here receiver from Sony. Now I know it's not the best one and everything like that, but the reviews say it's good, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if it's good and test it out, see how I like it. Now the thing about the Sonos Amp is you can only do stereo, which is left and right. You can't add a center channel. The only way you can do that is you have to buy a Sonos Beam or Arc, put that in the front, and then use the amp for your rears, which personally I think is kind of a waste to use it just for rears, all that power. So I ended up just going with a simple receiver, something not too expensive, I guess you can say it's on the cheap side, but if it works, it works. We're gonna go ahead and unbox it, stop talking. So this Sony one here, now that it doesn't have AirPlay 2, which is something I really wanted, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Apple TV for it, which has AirPlay 2, which is what I use anyways. And I also wanted something with 4K pass-through. So this pretty much checked almost all the boxes except for AirPlay 2, but it has 7.2. I also wanted Atmos, which you can only do on the Arc for Sonos, and that was $800, and that's a whole nother story. So this is what we have here. This is what we're building on. Right now I have a left and right, but I will be kind of converting it here to get a different kind of, the 2 left and rights I have, I mentioned it before, they're the Mica Oohs, but I'm thinking of getting some in-wall clip speakers to make it more, pretty much I want to get rid of the TV and put a projector screen there, buy a projector to cast, movie theater style. So that's why I went with this one, so I can use the 7.2 with the Atmos. I don't have to buy a sound bar, or that's like $1 million to be able to do that. So I just went ahead and got this, and this is where we're starting. Sony STR-DH790. Let's actually start talking about the product. So it has the high-res audio, 4K HDR, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision. It has DTS, auto calibration, Bluetooth, S-Force, DSD, HDMI, and eARC. eARC's pretty cool. Enhanced Audio Return Channel is what it stands for. With that, you can hook up one HDMI to your TV and one HDMI here. So everything that plays through your TV will go straight to the receiver. You don't need to plug everything to your receiver. It's just one cable to your TV. Audio comes back, and you're good to go. Just plug you plug all your devices into your TV, which will take a HDMI port from your TV. So if you only have 3 and one's eARC, you have to use that one, and you only have 2 left for 2 devices. But it just makes it a lot easier. To work with. We also have here, it says 145 by 7, but that's not really the case there. Usually kind of divided, I guess you can say. I'm not too knowledgeable about that, but it's not 145 channels for each channel. So just keep that in mind. Even though it says that, it really doesn't. I think it pushes, I read it could do 95 watts, 2 channels driven, and then 55 watts for all 7 channels driven, I think what it was. But don't quote me on that. I think that's something that I read on it. Let's get the unboxing going. Smooth cut. Using here these scissors because a blade I don't have. Now I didn't want to use a knife because I didn't feel like washing it. So let's go ahead and get this open. Let's not hit the mic. Ooh, sorry about that. It's probably a little too loud, but it's okay. It's okay. We have here a power cord that's attached to the receiver, so you can't remove it and use a different power cord. You have to use this power cord. Here's the Sony remote for the receiver. Let's go ahead and take this off. No, we have plastic foam, more foam. All right, here we have the auto calibration mic, and let's go ahead and set this here because we also have product registration and the Sony manual. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's take a look at this bad boy here. Let's go ahead and remove the plastic. Ta-da! Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes, you can. Also comes with this piece of paper here. Sony, before connecting your speakers, read it. If you need to read it, go ahead and read it. If you don't need to read it, then pretty much you know what you're already doing. So here we have the volume knob. Gives me a nice rotation. We have the small knob is the input selector. We have the 2-channel multi. We have movie, we have music, night mode, display, dimmer, Bluetooth, pure direct, tuning mode, speakers, so that you can go ahead and adjust all the settings that you need. Now you should be able to set everything up on the menu screen, but that's neither here and there. We also have here 4 HDMI's in, 1 out. With ARC/eARC, we have a coaxial input, an optical input. We also have an antenna input for your AM, FM, if you're down with that still. We have a CD in, Blu-ray in, satellite in, TV in. All these are RCA connections. So from your satellite box or your DVD player, if you don't have HDMI, you can use those inputs for more sound. It has a dual subwoofer output. Now this subwoofer output, even though there's 2 outputs for 2 subwoofers, all it is split. So it's one one signal coming out, split into 2. So you're getting the same signal from one sub to the other sub. Now I know in higher end AV receivers, they actually have separate subwoofer outs, which you can control one to do certain things and the other one to do different things, which is pretty cool, but I'm not at that level yet. So this is where we're starting. So this is 2 subwoofers out, so you can do 2 subwoofers. It's just whatever's coming out, it's going to be the same for both, unless you get a DSP and connect it to one of these and control the other sub to do whatever you want it to do. It's got 4 5-way binding posts, so you can unscrew it, you can put your wires inside of it, or you can use banana plugs. Well, it's actually not 5-way because you can't use spades. So you can either stick your straight wire inside or use banana plugs for the front, for the right and the left speaker. Now your center speaker you can only put in with, you have to strip back the cable and put your speaker wire straight in. Also for your surrounds, and then for your surround back and height as well. All that you have to use the wire straight into the receiver. The only ones that come with banana plugs are your right and left channel speakers. Let's see, and it has a 5-volt 1A max power supply USB type A over here. Not sure what it's actually used for. Maybe I'll look to see what it can be used for. It's 5 volts. You might be able to charge your phone with it, might not. I mean, I don't see why you would want to do that, but I guess you can. No quote me on that. Pretty much that's everything this receiver has. It says a lot of things. So for my needs at this point, this is what I really need here. It's a 7.2 receiver. You can use it as a 7.1 sorry, you can use it as a 5.2.2 receiver, which means 5 speakers for your surround, and then 2 subwoofers, and then 2 speakers for your Atmos, which is the ones that the sound comes from the top. So you can have in-ceiling speakers there, or you can use those speakers that you put on top of the other speakers, and they're kind of slanted at an angle, so when they shoot sound, it shoots straight into your ceiling, and then it should technically come back on the top of your head, sounding like a helicopter is just flew over your head, which is pretty cool. That's main reason I really wanted this one, so that I can do the Atmos setup here. Other than that, that's really all I have to say about the receiver. I'm just hoping it sounds good, works great, just makes me happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up. I might do a review on it later. If you guys are interested in seeing what I do in this office, it's a little bitty space, probably like a 12 by 12. I am looking to see what kind of screen size I can put on the wall. Right now, from some of the research that I've done, I can probably put like a 100-inch. Well, it says 97, so I mean 3 inches is a difference. So according to the math, what I researched on Google says I can probably put like a 97-inch screen in here, because I am 10 feet away from the wall, so I don't want to be too big where I have to be like that, and not too small where I can just buy a TV for it. So that's the next step that I'm on, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start hooking this up, start using it with my 2-channel stereo setup for now, as I upgrade to more speakers. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and take a look at my other videos that I have down in the description, on the sides, and on my channel. Go ahead and check them out. There's a lot of unboxings on there. I am coming with reviews, my style reviews, because honestly, I'm not a reviewer really. I just like to plug it and use it, and maybe I'll just give my thoughts on it here and later on in the future, see what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Technically, I love Sony, so hopefully this will do the job. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for sticking to the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, smash the like button again, make it blue. If it turns white, click it again, turn it blue, hit the bell notification button so that you know when next videos are coming. Thank you guys. Enjoy your weekend, your week, your day, and be blessed. Peace.